and walking in purpose and doing what we need to do at a greater level. And as I was praying, God had given me this message that I had ministered before at a couple of conferences. And I was trying to correlate what we're talking about with purpose. And I said this would be a great fit. So I have the sermon for you today called The Journey to the Well. And we know this is dealing with the Samaritan woman. But really my subtopic for the Samaritan woman is, she's so thirsty. Somebody look at your neighbor and say, she's so thirsty. No. Say it for real, like urban, saying, she's so thirsty. Hallelujah, she is. Anybody know the story of the woman at the well? We know that she was thirsty, right? That she was thirsty, that she had to go on a journey at a time of the day where it was unpopular to go. But she had to go because guess what? She was what? She was thirsty. Now let me get you to understand what thirsty means. Now in a normal dictionary, thirsty means dry or arid, in need of water, right? But when we get urban with you, when we say she's so thirsty, that means that she is in need of some kind of attention. She is desperate. She is trying too hard. Anybody know some desperate people that need some attention, that's trying too hard, that's just thirsty for no reason, for real, but they just thirsty. Come on, somebody. There's some thirsty folks out there. And if we're not careful, we can become thirsty too, just like they are. But the title, She's So Thirsty, is dealing with the woman at the well. How many of you know that she had issues? The woman at the well had issues that were deep down in her tissue. And just to give you a little bit of background, the woman at the well met a man named Jesus. And while she was at the well, he looked at her and he told her, she told everybody that he told her her whole life. Really, he did tell her whole life. He told her about the men she was sleeping with, right? He said, no, you got 5 men. And matter of fact, the one that you with now ain't even your husband. You've had 5 husbands. And the one that you're with now, he ain't even your husband. So the woman at the well came to the well because she was in need of something, but she met a man who told her, in her own words, about her life. So she went on this journey. Come on, somebody, y'all gonna have to follow me. And when we talk about journey means a course or a path, an area traveled. It's a passage, it's a progress. She went on her journey because she was looking to make some type of progress in her life, wasn't she? She was looking to make progress, but she thought that the progress that she was making was about the water. When really it wasn't about the water. But yet she went on so that she could get to the well. We know that a well is a spring or a natural source of water. But how many of you know that the well for her was her destined place? How many of you know she went on a journey to get to her destined place? Journey is all about purpose. In order for you to fulfill the fullest of your purpose, you have to go on a journey. Anybody know that? Because if you don't go on a journey, you're going to be stuck like Chuck, doing the same thing, looking at the same folk, wishing for the same dreams, and ain't nothing ever happening. And so the woman at the well decided to go on a journey to get to some type of progress, to get to some type of passage. So God, as I was doing this, God told me, he said, tell them to go on the journey. Tell them to not be afraid of the journey, because the journey is their passage of progress that has their destiny and their purpose waiting on them. So many of you have to go on the journey thirsty and all. Say thirsty and all. I'm going. Thirsty and all. I gotta get to my next level, thirsty and all, because that was the woman's situation. Thirsty and all, she chose to do what she had to do in an hour that nobody else wasn't doing it. Did y'all catch that? Amen. The well was her destined place. See, she thought the well, she thought as she was going on her journey, y'all catch this, she thought as she was walking, she was going on a journey, and in her mind she thought it was all about the water, when really it was all about Jesus. Come on, somebody. She thought she was going on a journey for some water, but she didn't know she was about to tap into a deeper personal relationship with Jesus than she ever before, because he is all about your purpose. He is all about your destiny. In order to get to that most destined place and to fulfill the purpose that is on your life, you got to be all about who? Jesus. She was on her journey. She was walking, y'all. She was frustrated. She was hot. She was discombobulated because she went at the hour where it was the hottest part of the day, the hour that nobody else was going. But yet she went because she knew that greater was at hand. She knew that purpose was at hand. She knew that destiny was at hand. But she thought it had to do with the water when it was all about Jesus. She thought it was all about the water when it was really about her breakthrough. She thought it was all about the water when it was really about her inner healing. No, she wasn't sick, but there was something on the inside of her that needed to be healed. Something on the inside of her that needed to be whole. Something on the inside of her that needed to be birthed out. She thought that her purpose, this journey that she was on, was all about the water. But when she got there, she realized that the journey to the well was all about her destiny. It was all about her destiny. Let me tell you what destiny means. Destiny means predetermined, usually inevitable or irresistible course of events. Destiny is that place that's predetermined by God. She didn't know that that was part of her destiny, because how many of you know that God doesn't reveal every step that we're supposed to take? He just wants us to follow him. She knew that on her journey to purpose, on her journey to destiny, that she was going to embrace some hot weather. She was going to embrace some situations that didn't feel good to her. How many of you know that in the heat of the desert, you don't feel good walking trying to get some water? You don't feel good, but you know it's something that you got to do. That's the same with your destiny. That's the same with your purpose. When you get into it, it don't feel good, because guess what? God is breaking everything off of you that ain't like him. God is saying, let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. And it's making you real hot. It's making you real discombobulated. It's making you real frustrated. But God said it ain't about the water. It's about what I'm trying to do with you while you get to the water. Amen. The woman at the well was trying to get to her destiny, her predetermined place. Yeah. But I heard a man of God say this before. He said, you can't have destiny without a departure. Come on, somebody. I'm going to say that again. You can't have destiny without some type of departure. What does that mean? If you're going to get to destiny, that means you got to leave from where you're at so that you can go to the place that's promised to you. You got to leave from where you're at, your attitude, your brokenness, your hurt, your shame, your guilt, your rejection, your frustration. You got to leave from that place so that you can go on a journey called your destiny. And with destiny, there is always a departure. Yeah. Sometimes you got to depart from friends. You got to depart from situations. You got to depart from a job. You got to depart from something that is getting you all out of the way, out of the will of God. Sometimes there has to be a departure. If you got a flight at the airport, this is where you are right now. But in order to get to your destined place, come on somebody, you got to leave from your current place. You got to take steps to get to your destiny. Because if you go to the airport and you buy your ticket, and if you get there too late, your flight then left you. The promise that was there then left you. But oh, don't worry, God will give you another way around. He'll give you a scapegoat. He'll let you come all the way back around in circles and catch another flight so you can get to that place that he wanted to get you to in the first place. But how many of you know that it would have been better if you would have got there the first time? If you would have trusted God the first time, if you would have left the first time, if you would have let that stuff go the first time. But now you all caught up in drama. Now you all caught up with frustrations, with situations. Now you all caught up with your own pride and your own arrogance. And I'm going to do what I want when I want to do. But God said, no, leave from that place. Yeah. Because you know why I need you to leave from that place? Because that place is messing with your destiny. That place is messing with your purpose. That place is messing with the promise that I have for you. That place is messing with the opportunities that I have. Not just for you. See, you thought it was just about you, but it was about all those that was connected to you. Your sons, your daughters, your spouses. You thought it was just about you. You were like, well, I like where I'm at. God said it ain't just about you. Get up. Yeah. Move. Yeah. Get uncomfortable. Do what you got to do, because this is going to affect your entire house. When God told Abraham, Abraham, your destiny is demanding a departure. Abraham, it is not about you. Abraham, I need you to get up and go. Abraham knew. He said, you know what? This ain't just about me. It's for those that's right here directly connected to me. And those that I was connected to, if they ain't in this right here, then there has to be a departure because God has called me to greater. Amen. Abraham knew that his destiny demanded a departure. His destiny demanded a departure. I'm going to say that again. Abraham knew that his destiny demanded a departure. Your destiny is demanding a departure. You can come up with a list. You can write your list out. What is God demanding you to depart from? But you being stuck on stupid in your own world and comfortable in your own mess. Comfortable with this job. I've been on this job for 20 years. I'm comfortable with my smoking. I'm comfortable with my drinking. The woman at the well was comfortable with her sexing. Come on. Come on. Let's be honest. She was comfortable with her mess. She enjoyed it. She didn't know that on that very day that her journey, her process was demanding a departure from all those men, from all that mess, from all that foolishness. Her destiny was demanding a departure. And at the hottest point of the day and all, she got up and she got to walking. She got to moving. She didn't feel like it. She was embarrassed. She was walking in guilt. She was walking in shame. But all she knew was that she had to go at a time where people weren't there to ridicule her. Yeah. I gotta go. She was like, God, I gotta go because if I go in the morning, everybody gonna be there and they gonna call out my mess. If I go in the evening, everybody gonna be there. They gonna call out my mess. But if I go in the middle of the day when it's hot and don't nobody want to be bothered with this hotness, I ain't gotta face the guilt and the shame of my past. I ain't gotta face the guilt and the shame of my struggle. I ain't gotta face it. See, she had in her mind a strategy. How she wouldn't have to face her reality. How she wouldn't have to face it. But let me tell you something. God gave me a revelation. He said, check this out. She thought she was going so she couldn't be around them. But what she didn't understand was that they couldn't be around her. Come on, somebody. I'm going to say that again. She thought she was going so she couldn't be around them. But what she had to understand was they couldn't be around her because she was on a journey to a destined place. And she had no clue. But she thought it was about them. God said, no. I'm taking you on a journey. I'm taking you on a destiny. It ain't about them. He said, it's really about you. It's really about what I'm trying to do in you. And because I'm doing something new and so profound in you, they can't be around you. You thought it was about them. God said it's about you and what I'm doing in you. And the folks that used to be around you, he said, I can't allow you to be around them anymore. He said, I'm breaking you free from bondage. I'm breaking you free from stress. I'm breaking you free from mess. I'm breaking you free from the curse of your forefathers. He was like woman at the well. He said, it ain't about them. It's about you. We got to get to the point where we understand that our destiny and our purpose ain't about somebody else. It's about us. It's about what God is doing through us. And because some people are connected to us, they're going to reap the benefits of our blessings and our breakthrough. Amen. They're going to reap because we chose to walk. We chose to do. We chose to talk. We chose to let go. We chose to let God. The journey to the well. God is looking for somebody that's just so thirsty, not for men, not for foolishness, not for drugs, not for alcohol, but thirsty for him. Need attention from him. Want a breakthrough from him. See, I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to be able to get the breakthrough that you thought through something else. That can, see, here's the thing. God was like, he said, some of us got problems that seem like they're permanent. And we go to temporary fixes. God said, no, I don't need you to be thirsty for a temporary fix. I need you to be thirsty for a permanent fix. He said, because when you come after me, I promise you that you will thirst no more. So I'm your permanent fix, says the Lord. But some of us got to get uncomfortable. Some of us got to get uncomfortable. Some of us got to get uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable. You got to feel uncomfortable. Because in this season, your destiny is demanding a departure.
Demanding a departure.
It's demanding it. Here's another thing. The woman at the well, she didn't realize where she was going. Watch this. She didn't realize where she was going until truth was revealed to her about where she was at.
Come on.
I'm going to say that again. She didn't realize where she was going till truth was revealed about where she was at. She didn't realize she was going into breakthrough. She didn't realize she was going into purpose. She didn't realize she was going into destiny. She didn't realize she was walking into wholeness. But before she could do it, truth had to be revealed to her about where she was at. See, where she was at was comfortable with foolishness. Where she was at was comfortable with being rejected, was comfortable with being used, was comfortable with being in the situation that she was in. She didn't realize where she was going till truth was open to her about where she was at.
Yeah, ran into truth.
And Jesus like, yeah. I see where you're at, but let me tell you where you're going. I see your attitude. That's where you're at. But let me tell you where you're going. I see your purpose. I see your destiny, but I also see your journey. God said, let me tell you where you're going, people of God. She didn't realize where she was going until she had an open realization about her truth. Yeah. What is your truth? Are you walking in fear? Are you walking in rejection? Are you walking in pride? Are you walking in arrogance, low self-esteem? Are you walking in abuse? Are you walking in selfishness? Are you walking in arrogance? What are you walking in? God said, today I'm revealing your truth so that you can see where you're at, so that you can get a bigger picture of where I'm trying to take you. Look at your truth. Look at your house. Look at your finances. Look at your job. Look at your business, ministry. What is your truth? God said, I got to reveal your truth so that you can see where you're at. Because a lot of times we walk in stuff like we think we got it together. We think we good. We think we got it going on. We think we all right. But God said, no, that ain't true. That's your truth. That's not my truth. When are you going to realize you ain't been walking in my truth? Because when you realize you ain't been walking in my truth, then I can take you to your true destiny. So the woman, she was comfortable with foolishness, comfortable with broken relationships. Then God said, watch this. When truth is revealed, when revelation hits your face, when revelation about your destiny comes in like a flood, he said, you got revelation about your comfortability just became evident. Yeah. And then God said, he began to show me this. Revelation about how comfortable you are with where you're at is being revealed. And when revelation about how comfortable you are at is revealed, there should be some discomfort that takes place. Somebody should be getting a little uncomfortable right now. Because you're thinking about your truth. You're thinking about your next level. You're thinking about your destiny and your purpose. You're thinking about it. But God said, watch this. You should be getting a little bit uncomfortable. He said, when you get stretched out of comfortability, you make room for increase. I'm going to say that again. When you get stretched out of comfortability, you make a room for increase. That means you get stretched past your pride, your selfishness, your arrogance. You fill in the blank. Whatever you have been comfortable in and God has been calling you for more, God has been demanding for more. It's been a whispering spirit in your ear. I need more. God said when you get stretched out of comfortability, now you just made room for me to move. Yeah. You just made room for me to move. You just make room for me to move, says the Lord. Come on. You made room for new levels. You made room for divine connections. You made room for financial increase. You made room for your house to get in order. You made room. Come on. In order to be stretched, and he gave me this display. He said, look at this rubber band. What is the purpose of a rubber band? The purpose of a rubber band is to be stretched. If the rubber band is not stretched, then it's not what? Walking in purpose. Yeah. If a rubber band is not stretched, it's not walking in purpose. But watch this. When I began to stretch this rubber band, guess what I just did? I just took it from one level to a whole nother level, to a whole nother level, to a whole nother level. And now I can do more with this than I could with this. Why? Because this rubber band, I made this rubber band begin to walk in purpose. I made this rubber band begin to reach a new destiny, a new opportunity. somebody.
Come on. Increase this capacity.
Increase the capacity.
Come on.
Make room for it. Your rubber band had to go from one destination to another. Your rubber band has to be pulled. We're making it personal now. Your rubber band has to be pulled on. Your rubber band has to be tugged. When tension, watch this. We don't like this right here. But your rubber band, your life has to have tension. Watch this. Because when tension is applied, in order for me to pull on this rubber band, I had to apply what? Tension. I had to give tension to it. I had to give tension to the rubber band for it to do what it needed to do. And tension in our own lives feels uncomfortable. Who wants tension? Who wants tension in their life? But God said, in order for you to walk in purpose, in order for you to go on this journey, in order for you to get to destiny, I gotta give a little bit of tension to your situation.
Come on.
I gotta give some tension to your situation. I gotta give some tension to your house, tension to your relationships, tension to your finances. I gotta apply a little bit of tension.
Come on. You better preach.
That is new levels. Your rubber band has to be pulled on. Now see, there is a tension, a stretching that is comfortable. You know, when you stretch, you go down a little bit, that's comfortable, right? But if I sit on the floor and I say, Brother Derek, I gave this illustration one time in church and Wednesday night. I said, Brother Derek, stretch me. I'm going to sit on this floor and I need you to stretch me. And he began to pull my back down. And then I began to say, okay, brother, I'm good right there. That's my good stretch right there. I ain't going no lower. I don't want to go no lower because guess what? That just made me feel what? I'm uncomfortable now. But God said the more you stretch, the more you work your flexibility, the deeper you can go. The deeper you can go and the more you're making room for me. The more you're making room for your purpose. The more you're making room for your next level. And then, anybody know somebody that's good at stretching? We call them flexible, don't we? They can stretch all kinds of ways. You be looking like, good Lord, what the world? But they had to fix their body. They had to fix their life to get used to the stretching. You got to get used to the stretching.
Yeah.
You got to get used to the tension. You got to get used to the pull. Because if you stay there, you become still water. Your purpose becomes still water. Watch this. Your destiny becomes still water. What happens to still water?
It's stagnant.
Still water becomes stagnant. And it becomes contaminated. And bugs and everything gets in it. Your purpose and your destiny cannot become still water. It has to keep flowing. It has to keep moving, says the Lord.
Yeah.
And I got another point. I'm almost done. God gave me, he said, when you begin to go to another level, the woman at the well had the first journey to the well because there was a destiny waiting on her. We know that. And her destiny was demanding a departure. And God gave me the word departure. He said, look that word up, daughter. And as I looked up the word departure, let me give you the meaning that it had. One of the meanings of departure was divergence. The other meaning of departure was deviation. And then the Lord began to remind me, any of you ever seen the movie Divergent? Mm-hmm. Y'all remember the movie Divergent? Well, let me remind you of what divergent meant. If there was a divergence in the midst of somebody, that person was considered a divergent. That person was somebody that did things the way other folks couldn't do it. They thought differently. They acted differently. Everything, they could maneuver things differently because they were walking in their purpose. And look at this. There were people around them that wanted to kill them for their purpose. Come on, somebody. There were people around them that wanted their gift so bad that they would kill them so that they couldn't operate in it. God said, I'm calling you to be divergent, to do things a little bit differently than you've been doing it. He said, I called you to see things a little bit differently. I called you to stand out.
Yeah, amen. Stand out.
That's a part of your journey. He said, you got to be a divergent. You got to be the one that everybody is looking at and want to know how in the world did you do that. They question the divergence. How did you do that? How did you escape that? How did you know how to maneuver this? They wanted their anointing. You got to be the one that people want your anointing. They're going to want what's on your life. They're going to want to walk in the same thing that you do. God said that's what happens when you're called to go to your next level. You got to be thirsty for it. You got to be desperate for it. You got to need some attention for your next level. You got to put a demand on it. I put a demand on my next level. I put a demand on my next level. I put a demand on my next level because God is me that's thirsty for something different. Anybody in here thirsty for something different? A new life, a new breakthrough, a new happening. Oh God, we so thirsty up in here.
We so thirsty.
We thirsty. We desperate.
Yes,
we need attention, but we don't need attention from the world. We need attention from you, oh God.
Yes, Lord.
God is saying, I need some thirsty folk up in here for me. Some folk that going to be thirsty about my glory. Some folk that going to be thirsty about my favor. Some folk that going to be thirsty about my breakthrough. I just need some thirsty folk. Some folk that's desperate. Some folk that need some attention. Some folk that just want what they want and put a demand on it and say, God, it's me that's so thirsty for you. I've been praying. I've been fasting. I've been seeking your face. And now I need a Holy Ghost move from you. I need it, God, because I'm so thirsty. I'm thirsty about my purpose. Thirsty about my next level. I'm thirsty about my journey. I'm thirsty about who I'm going to be connected with in this season. I'm thirsty about who I'm going to allow my family to be connected with. Because if they ain't taking us to another level, then I'm thirsty that they need to get up out of our face. They need to get the step in. You got to be thirsty. Get the step in. The woman at the well was thirsty. She was so thirsty. What do you do when the water you've been drinking don't suffice? What do you do? What do you do when you realize the water that you're drinking? You come into the realization that every time you drink it, why you still thirsty? Why you still want more of it? Because it never benefited you in the first place. You had a false benefit, which you had a false idea of a benefit, something that was beneficial when it really wasn't. And so that's why you keep going to the same mess, the same folk, the same attitude, the same job, the same frustration. What do you do when the water that you're drinking just don't suffice? Are you going to keep drinking it after you heard a word like this? Are you going to keep drinking it and saying, God, I'm thirsty, but I'm still doing the same thing and looking for the different results? You keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. But God said, what do you do when the same thing you've been drinking ain't sufficing no more? When relationships ain't sufficing, when your money ain't sufficing, when a man ain't doing it, a woman ain't doing it, when your attitude ain't fixing it, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
God said, you get thirsty for me. You get thirsty for a different water. You get thirsty for something that'll make you not want to thirst no more. Because here's your reality check. What you've been drinking keeping you thirsty. And you're going to stay thirsty. But God said, watch me. When you follow me wholeheartedly, I'm going to give you something that's going to make you thirst no more for that situation. And now I'm going to give you a new thirst. See, here's the thing about purpose and destiny. When you get to a certain level, you ain't thirsty for it no more. Because you done went to God in desperation. You done did some things to get to where you need to be. And then when you get there, God will give you a new thirst. And now you got, it's called a new faith, a new level, right? And so now you hunger for something else. Now you desperate for something else. And God said, yep, you passed the test on this level. Now I'm finna give you fulfill the thirst on your next level. Amen. But God said, will you trust me? Will you trust me? Anybody receive that word on today? You gotta be thirsty for God.
Good word.
You gotta be thirsty for your purpose.
Good word.
You gotta understand that your next level is demanding a departure from where you are at right now.
Good word.
Don't let your flight leave you. And you going in circles trying to figure out how to get on the next one. Got to pay money to get on the next flight when all you had to do was be in position for the one that God had you on. Come on and stand to your feet as we pray.